Hi guys, some Tories truly have a brass neck. And here we have another example of such behaviour. At the time of the recording of this video, Tory MP John Glen still had this tweet up. You can see him here posing at the Salisbury Food Bank. Yes, another Tory smiling while getting their photo taken at a place that shouldn't bloody exist. I compare this to an arsonist turning up to get their photo taken at a tree planting exercise following a forest fire that they were involved in starting. Do these people have no shame? So John said in his tweet, "I was delighted to visit the Salisbury Food Bank today to learn about their operations. I was encouraged to hear about their new partnership with Citizens Advice. During the visit, I joined staff and volunteers to observe a minute of silence for Armistice Day." And you can see he posted two pictures, one of which has him standing and smiling. Why would a Tory MP visit a food bank? And what is the feeling of the volunteers who run these facilities? Look, I imagine that they're happy to have someone turn up, promote the place, so he can help with donations of food, blankets or money. But obviously the Tory MP thinks it would boost his image in some way. People are relying more and more on food banks as a direct result of Tory policies. As we know, before the Conservatives came to power 12 years ago, there were very few food banks. Now there are thousands. And while many will blame the cost of living crisis or the pandemic, there were thousands at the beginning of 2020. I said arsonist. Well, how much of a fire starter is John? So let's have a look at his voting record. Generally voted against paying higher benefits over longer periods to those unable to work due to illness or disability. Generally voted against raising welfare benefits, at least in line with prices. Now there was a recent vote where the Tories backed increasing benefits by 3%, but unfortunately inflation is at over 10%. Consistently voted for reducing housing benefit for social tenants deemed to have excess bedrooms, which Labour described as the bedroom tax. Generally voted for a reduction in spending on welfare benefits, 50 votes for, 3 votes against, and he was absent on 12 votes. Consistently voted for making local councils responsible for making those in financial need afford their council tax and reducing the amount spent on such support. He must be very popular with the local council in the area. And finally, consistently voted against spending public money to create guaranteed jobs for young people who have spent a long time unemployed. These all add up to the reason why people are struggling at the moment, the reason why they're relying on food banks. If each of these votes had gone the other way, you would see fewer people relying on food banks. Now, I'd love to hear the excuse John gave for visiting the food bank. I'd love to hear his reasoning as to why there's been a massive growth in food banks over the last 12 years. Perhaps if someone is listening to this in his constituency, you can write a letter to him and find out what he has to say for himself. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.